Okay, the thumbnail is the show that I was told to watch called Interrogation Raw, and the name of the episode is called House of Horrors. Please go check that out. I want y'all to watch that because I was told to watch that show last night, and while watching it, I was sent this article. Just to try to give you the gist of it, husband found, when he was starting to clean out the garage, he found a deleted baby in a box in the garage, called the police. Police come in and searched the whole entire garage, found not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but 7 deleted babies, all in separate different boxes, all in the garage. Now, of course, you got to go to the mom first when it comes to these brand new babies. I guess you could say, I don't know the correct terminology to use here, but you got to go to the mom on this one. So they get in contact with mom. They start interrogating mom, asking her questions, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to make this story short, but I'm trying. And mom ended up admitting what she did. She said the first child was a stillborn. The rest of them, she choked them out until they was no longer breathing. Those are the words that mom said. Well, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but you get my point. She did say she choked them when they were newborn babies, less than a few hours old. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you had this many kids, never told anybody. She admits she did not tell anybody. Nobody knew. Those are words out of her mouth. Go watch the episode. It's called, the name of the show is called Interrogation Raw, and the name of the episode is called House of Horrors. Please go watch that. It was on A&E, the TV station A&E. Go watch it. Now, 2 things stuck out to me. 2 things when I was watching it. Whew. First one, it's like she tried to use an excuse that she was on drugs. So she was out of her mind, didn't know what she was doing. She was scared, didn't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And the second one is, if you're going to admit you never told a soul, nobody never knew what you did, how are you going to try to throw your husband under the bus? What she said was, and I quote, I don't see how he didn't know what I did and he lay in the bed with me every night. How did he not know I was pregnant and what I did? Like, wait a minute. So you're going to sit here and admit you never told anybody, but still at the same time try to throw some kind of fault towards your husband for what you did? So nobody knew, but somehow, some way, you still can't take full responsibility for what you did. You still gonna try to blame a man. Make that make sense. Don't believe me? Go watch it. I was in shock while watching that. And my wife told, I was watching it with my wife, and I'm like, wow. Because at first it was just 1, then she admitted to 3, then she admitted to 5, I think. Then she come out and say, no, it's about 8 or 9. But they only found 7. 1 is bad enough. Even though she says 1 was a stillborn, so they only charging her for 6. Because she's very adamant that 1 of them was a stillborn. Even though that's a crime in itself, because I forgot exactly what the terminology is called, but abuse of a corpse or something like that is called. I forget the exact words, but anyway. So it was 7 deleted babies, but she admitted to deleting 6 of them herself by choking them. She admitted to all of this. And still going to say she never told a soul what she did, but still going to try to throw her husband under the bus. And I told my wife, you see what men be talking about? She admitted to doing all of this, but somehow, some way, it's still a man's fault. So my question to all y'all feminists out there, to all y'all women that think men do wrong, even to some men who think if men is the problem, how come y'all not talking about this story? I just saw it yesterday, last night as a matter of fact. So how come y'all not talking about this story? I gave you a gist of the show. Please go watch it. Again, the name of the show is called Interrogation Raw. The name of the episode is called House of Horrors. Go watch it. Please tell me how you gonna try to throw your husband under the bus for what you did. That's all I want to know personally. Whew. Boy. That's what I want to know. And how come y'all feminists are not saying anything about this? Wow. I mean, wow. And she said the longest term she ever carried was 7 months with those babies. Wow. So I was told to watch the show, and I was sent this article. And again, my reaction is just wow. And I told my wife, I said, now see, out of her own mouth, she never told a soul what she did, but somehow, some way, it's still a man's fault. Please make that make sense. You know what? I'm not even going to go through this article. I'm going to leave a link to this article in the comments, pinned to the top. Please tell me, how is it the man's fault? And why y'all so-called man haters, men are the problem. Y'all love telling women to try and use the correct word for social media. Only give birth to girls and not the boys. Since y'all love saying crap like that, how come y'all not talking about this? How come y'all won't admit that it ain't just men, it's women too that is the problem? How come? Anyway, I'm not going to harp on it too much longer. I've been super encouraging y'all to go watch this show. It's just wow. With that being said, this is your boy Man Up. I'm talking to Deuce. I'm going to holler at y'all.